place they call the American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Right on the water, the home of the Heat, where we're broadcasting live today. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes at the small forward. Wade with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And here's Bosh for 3. Warriors with the rebound.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever. Nice make for him as they get the scoring started.
Yeah, he gets it going, and who knows now? You know, it might be a really big night in store for him.
Wayne. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Curry, good. We're about 1 minute into the first. It's Dragic with the drive. There's the bucket, good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
It's Curry outside. Can't get it to go. And it's Miami the other way.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
And Green with the basket on the assist by Barnes.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Thompson inside the line. And the shot is long. Wade again. It's Bogut. Wade dishes to Bosh. The kick out to Deng. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Deng's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Curry, here we go. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight. Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat. But he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
For Miami, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Wade misses.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Ezeli's checked in for Andrew Bogut. Here's Livingston, and it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The 3 from Bosh. No good. The Warriors go the other way with it.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season. and 20 different players started at least one game.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. And, yep, couple bounces, and it falls.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
On the wing, Iguodala. He's covered by Deng. Shot's good by Iguodala. Iguodala's got his first bucket in this one.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Here's Wade. Dragic the pass to Bosh. Knocked away. Back to Dragic. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Heat have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Livingston. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
It's the end of the first with a tie game here, and already these offenses, Clark, are clicking. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And here are the Heat now. Stoudemire out there with Haslam. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Johnson. And it's Johnson in it, the point guard. It's the group on the floor for Miami.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Ezeli can't get it to go. The Heat with the lead. Richardson with it. Picked up by Thompson. Johnson outside. Back to Richardson. Poked away. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Rush. Finished off the break.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Thompson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8. A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Barnes with the ball. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Stoudemire, the screen. Richardson dishes to Johnson. No good off the front iron.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
From deep, Richardson. Shot is no good. Curry with some nice D. Warriors leading by 3. Thompson in the corner.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Spates. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And Thompson throws it down.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
Warriors foul.
We've got 1:18 left in the first half.
That's his second personal foul.
And the call will be against Shaun Livingston. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
The Heat shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, you know, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
Livingston hits both of them.
And, you know, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance.
And stolen by Spates.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation. And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now. The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Bogut back up on top. Pass to Spates. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And, you know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
So Johnson hits 2 of them. It's stolen by Dragic. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Warriors lead by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Give it up for your Heat.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Here's Johnson. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low.
That happened.
Yeah. Wow, and that sort of